Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett and I'm the founder and owner of TechFusion, and today I'm going to show you how to make a static IP address on Windows 8, and this can be done on Windows 7, and I think it could be done on previous versions of Windows of that, and obviously most likely future versions. Now, as far as a quick disclaimer and reason why I'm doing this, quick disclaimer, since I'm physically not touching your computer, I'm not held responsible, so it's up to you to watch the video fully. I am going to talk about a problem I did come across before on the test run, and that way you can fix the problem if it does come up for you. Now, as far as why I'm doing this, and why an average person wouldn't do this, some type of remote access to the computer itself. And for me, I have a security camera software surveillance on my network, and the simple fact is while I can access it while I'm on the same network as far as on the computer, place phone or another computer, then I can't access the videos, the live images, and yada yada yada. And that's very important, especially if you're very far away and get email alerts. So how do you make a static IP address? Now, if you're on Windows 8 and it's modified, or Windows 7, go down to Control Panel. If you're on just Windows 8 and it's not modified, you can do that. Go to here and just put in CON and Control Panel, and give it a second or two. Alright, and I have no idea what that was about as far as being slow, but go to Networks, and go to, I think it's adapter settings, and you can pretty much go from here and go to your main thing, but this shows all your stuff to access the internet, and as you see, I got quite a few. Now, I have both two Wi-Fi cards, and the second one really shouldn't be connected to the internet. In this, since this is the primary, I want to do properties. Right click, go to properties. This could come up in a couple seconds, and it can take a while for you. So now it's up. Go down to IPv4, and now we need the following. And I already got mine set up, but basically all this should be like this. Go to use following, and go to the IP address. It's going to be the IP address that you want static. So mine is 192.168.1, and then 1 or 12. So from here, just click on that and it should fill itself up. If you don't know the default gateway, chances are it's 192.168.1.1. But given that you don't know it truly, some of them are different. Go down to the start menu, put in CMD, and just click that if you're on Windows 7 or Windows 8 and it's modified. If you're not, then go down here and put in CMD, and it doesn't matter if you're run as administrator or not, but put in ipconfig, and some of this is going to be blocked out as seen here, and already done it. And what you need to find is your main Wi-Fi thing. The name should pretty much give it away, and what you're looking for is the default gateway. Now, as far as my current IP address, it is that 192.168.1.12, and that's pretty important to note because I want to keep it the same. It's working. It's not a duplication on the network. And if the router has to assign another thing an IP address, it's not going to be this, which is very important to note. And keep in mind, you need to have your ports running and up. I'm not going to show you how to make a port because each router is different, and it's very easy to make a port. If there is enough requests, I might show it on mine, which is a Netgear, but who knows. Now, as far as this goes, make sure that your IP address is right if you want it to be the same and stuck at it. And for the subnet mask, if you want that to, or you need that to be the same, and the default gateway, it needs to be the whatever it is here. So that's the 192.168.1.1. And that's pretty much primary. Now you need to find the actual DNS. Now some of this is going to be blocked out, but basically you need to log into your router. It's whatever the default gateway is. For me it's 192.168.1.1, and put in your username and password, and wherever your router setting or status is, the router status is, it's usually around there. For Netgear it's the advanced, and it's just on the advanced page, and you're looking for domain name server. It usually is spelled out, and what you want is the 2 lines, and usually the first one is the primary and the second one is alternative, and just put in those right there. And once you're done here, go and put in validate, and you might get a warning, you might not, and go from there. You don't really have to validate in case if you know, things go wrong, but what you should do is go down to Google and see if that works. It does work, and we're good to go. Now as far as things goes, I actually ran into a problem my first run around, my test run to do this, to make sure I got everything right. And as far as the problem goes, what happened is I got the error. The thing should have came up by now, but the check thing came up, said something was broken. I went to Google couldn't load up. I didn't have internet access, but I did have access to the actual router itself. The router, the internet thing said limited. I couldn't kick it off of limited, and I went back into properties, went back in IPv4, and found that the default gateway was cleared. So I had to put the default gateway back into it, and it worked. So that might be a solution for you, is check the numbers if a problem does occur, and check if the numbers disappeared, which again happened to me. So I'm going to say it's a possibility, a large possibility. So anyways, as far as things goes, if you got any questions or whatnot, oh, and before I forget, because Google might be cached, put in some random thing that you usually don't search, maybe a letter or whatnot, and then if something comes up, then you're good to go, you're golden. But if something doesn't come up, then or it takes a long time, then you need to figure out what's going on. If it takes a long time, it's obviously not on your end, it's or at least it's not on this part, this section I'm talking about, something else. But if something doesn't come up at all, then you need to check your numbers and whatnot. Keep that in mind because it could be cached. So as far as things goes, if you have any questions or comments or whatnot, leave them below and I will read them and try to answer it as quickly as possible, and hopefully other people will be able to answer it. And if you like this video, then please like, please subscribe, and please share, and I hope you have a great day.